There are over 6 billion people in the world today, and for as long as time has existed, there have always been people in the world who enjoy making others feel worthless. It gives them a sense of power and control, and with the creation of the internet, this has only gotten worse. People can be as cruel as they want without penalties. Imagine a society that did not have laws or rules to keep the public safe. Gangs, violence, and crime would reach unimaginable heights. This is why online hatred must come to an end. Not one day goes by where I don't see someone being verbally abused. It pains me to know there are children online being verbally abused every day. Video games, YouTube, and even schools are meant to be fun and enjoyable, but nobody who is being given a hard time will want to do any of these. Not too long ago, I was in a lobby where two parties of three were arguing. It was not long before the older party started to pick on the younger kid in the other party. At this point, the kid was completely silent for over a minute. Next thing I heard I would never forget. The kid's mic turned back on, but it was not the kid who had decided to talk. His mother had heard her son crying because he was being humiliated in front of his friends. She had just one thing to say. "I hope you are very proud of yourselves." And then she turned off the Xbox. Several days later, I was able to get into a private chat with the kid and I talked to him about what happened. After talking for several minutes, he had told me his mom was going to cancel his Xbox membership because of the incident. I felt extremely bad for the kid and I wanted to help, so I convinced him to get his mother on the mic. I explained to her that not everyone is as cruel as the group that her son had encountered. I explained that some people get some sort of thrill from making others feel bad, and not everyone does this. I eventually convinced her to keep the membership intact for her son. People everywhere need to realize that bullies are looked down upon. They feel power when they win their petty arguments, and this is why we need to ignore and mute them. They fuel their need to be violent with our reactions, and if we do not react, they will stop. So please, just mute and carry on with your life. Do not argue back, do not get even, do not fall into their trap. If you are one of those violent people in the world and you are watching this, then feel free to troll on. Nobody will care, nobody will listen, nobody will give you any respect. And you will probably live the rest of your life alone unless you change. This has been a message. Game on.